Hey guys, what's up? This is Clay with Video Game Book Club, and today I'm going to have a little pickup video for you all. I'm going to go over a couple games that I've gotten recently, and they're over 3 systems. They're over the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo DS, and also Sony's Playstation, which is something that I normally don't collect for, but I'm going to start trying to get into some of the games that interest me. Okay, first up on the Super Nintendo, we've got F-Zero Player's Choice. It is mint sealed in the package. I know it's really not a big deal, and that these were found in a big warehouse or something like that, and that there's tons of them out there. But I didn't have one, so I went ahead and picked one up. Next up, we've got Final Fantasy II for the Super Nintendo, and I did not have this one. I have Final Fantasy III, I have Final Fantasy on the NES, and then I wanted to pick this one up just to complete that collection. I've also got Mystic Quest. So I just went ahead and grabbed this to go along with them. Another Super Nintendo pickup is Kirby's Dream Land 3. I never had this game, never played this game. I've heard really good things about it. Currently I've been playing a lot of Kirby's Return to Dreamland on the Wii and absolutely love it, so I figured I'd give this a shot. Next up, to complete my collection of Mega Man games on the Super Nintendo, is Mega Man Soccer. I have Mega Man 7 and X, X2, and X3. I also have a reproduction cart of Mega Man and Bass. So I picked up Mega Man Soccer just to complete that collection. Another Super Nintendo game that I picked up is a reproduction cart of Terranigma. Since we here in the States never really got to play it, the official release version of it, I'm really excited to actually give this thing a shot. Moving away from Super Nintendo, we'll move on to the Nintendo DS, and it's a game that I've been playing a lot of on the Super Nintendo, but I wanted to get it as a mobile-friendly version, and that is Chrono Trigger. Never played the original Chrono Trigger when I was younger on the Super Nintendo. I've been playing it a lot recently and absolutely love the game. Daniel has spoken highly of this game since, I've really known him and we've been collecting retro games together. And I never really gave it its fair shot, so when I have a copy of it, I just went ahead and popped it in and started playing it. Loved it, and then I wanted a copy to take with me on the road somewhere, so I picked up the Nintendo DS version of it. So next up are a couple of PlayStation games, and for the most part, I never really have collected for PlayStation. I don't really have anything more than NFL Blitz on my PlayStation 1 currently. So these next few games are really kind of me trying to get into the PlayStation era a little bit more than I did when I was younger. Okay, first up we've got Casper, and Casper isn't really for myself as much as it is my wife. I've never really played this game at all when I was younger and had my PlayStation, but she remembers it. She said that this is a game that she has a lot of fond memories with. This is complete in the box. It's got the manual, or the case, I'm sorry. It's got everything original. The disc is in pretty good shape, and overall I just got this game so she could have something to play, since this is one that she remembers playing when she was little. Then I also got Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22 for the PlayStation. I never really had the physical copy when I was younger. I had a power replay or action replay that I would plug into my PlayStation, and I would play a bootlegged copy of this instead of the actual one. So it's nice that I do have the actual copy now that I can go in and play the North American real version instead of my Japanese bootlegged burned version that I played when I was younger. It is complete, so that is nice to have. At this point, I would really want to collect PlayStation games as complete, since they're a little bit nicer to collect that way. Next up, we have the Black Label version of Final Fantasy VIII, and embarrassingly enough, I was never really a big Final Fantasy player when it was originally released, so I figured I would go ahead and get into it now. The price on these, it was starting to drop. It had dropped a lot since I had originally looked at them, so I went ahead and just picked it up. It is complete. Everything's here, all the discs, all the little manuals, the little mini walkthrough, it's all here. So I just went ahead and got this. And finally, I've got the Final Fantasy VII Black Label. It is also complete in box, all 3 discs, the manual, Black Label, it's all good to go. And again, I never had the Final Fantasy series when I was growing up, just because it wasn't that big of a deal to me. I wasn't into it. And now that I'm older, I do enjoy these games a lot more. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to play them, but I do enjoy playing them. Well guys, that'll do it for this pickup video. If you want to, go ahead and like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Also be sure to check out our website as we're posting more and more articles over on that. And yeah, we'll just see you all next time. Later guys.